Hi, everyone. Listen, I'm trying YouTube's live. Never done this before. Already can't see comments, and I'm sure they're there somewhere, but I don't know. I do not know because this is new to me. But we all have to start somewhere, right? So I'm going to play around. Hopefully, I don't mess something up. I'm just looking to see. I'm live. I'm live on my channel. I just got a notification. There must be a place to see comments. I am doing this on my phone. I'm doing it vertically. So we shall see. Okay. This is interesting. I'm probably going to mess things up, guys. Oh my goodness, they have filters. I'm good with the way the good Lord made me. Pass on the filters. All right. Oh, how about I keep the volume? So I'm playing around to see what I can see. I can start a poll. That's good to know. Well, maybe I'm not seeing any comments because there is no one else on yet. I don't know. Listen, I wanted to come on here and talk because y'all know I uploaded a video just a few days ago. You know, I'm heading back to carnivore, starting with keto. And if I stayed keto, I'd be fine with that. And I've done that. And the scale is moving in the right direction. And then today. I started off the day great. But it went south from there. I was fine all day until the evening. And the evening ended up being chips and salsa. The chips, if I had cucumbers, I wouldn't have needed those chips. I would have gone for the cucumbers, but I didn't. For me, the problem is all about planning, right? So again, if there is anybody in here, I don't see you. If you're commenting, I don't know that. I am solely and only on my phone, so I don't know. Like, I didn't pull my computer out to see. I know it says that there are 0 people on. Sorry about my hand, guys. I'm like clicking all these buttons and little things that I see. This is new to me because, well, even whenever I go live, it's new to me. But typically, I go through StreamYard, and this time I'm going through YouTube, and I'm trying it vertically. So, yeah, I don't know what the majority of these buttons are even for. I'm just clicking around on them to see. So it appears that I'm the only person in here, which is fine. I'm used to talking on the camera myself. Listen, I am happy that the scale moved in the right direction, but I immediately started getting back in my head. I immediately started saying, did I quit portion controlling too soon? You know, I'd only given it 2 weeks and the first week worked. You know, maybe I just quit it too soon. You guys, I do this all the time. All the time. It doesn't matter what the diet plan is. It's what I do. I'm going strong. Things are going good. Did I quit the last one too soon? Maybe I should do this instead. If I could just get this on board on any one certain plan, I'd be so successful. Sometimes you're your own worst enemy. And that's where I feel I am right now. I feel like I'm kind of my own worst enemy. I did get a YouTube channel I like to watch called Fearfully Created. I love her. She has been reading this book, and I got it. I haven't started it yet. But it's called The 40-Day Sugar Fast. Listen, if there is anything that can connect me and God together on this, it will help me. Okay? It will help me. So I got this. I'm going to read it. I haven't started it yet. I'm hoping that it helps me to at least be able to stay focused. I see that there is somebody watching. Hello, welcome. I cannot see comments at all. So I am doing this on my cell phone vertically, and this is a first for me because I'm doing YouTube live and not StreamYard. It's a little strange, but I'm just going to keep going and keep talking. So if nothing else, you can watch the replay, and if you do, please comment. I will follow along and comment back. But my head gets in the way. And in a sense, I sabotage myself that way. You know, the scale is moving in the right way. I've lost 6.5 pounds in only a couple of days, which is amazing. The inflammation is definitely down, although I expect to start seeing some swelling since I did do the chips and salsa. Oh, the salsa wasn't bad. It was the chips. Why do I do this to myself? I was doing so good. I don't know. I don't know. The struggle is real. There's got to be something that works for me, something that I can truly like dive into and embrace and not second guess or sabotage myself, which is exactly what I tend to do, right? I tend to sabotage myself. And I'm trying to figure out how I can work around this because I want to be successful. I need to be successful. I mean, my breathing's getting better already. 6.5 pounds, and my breathing's getting better. And the scale's moving in the right direction. It's only been a couple days, but here I am messing up already. And why? Because I let my head get in my way again. Y'all, why? Why do I do this? Like that's like the $1 million question right there for me. Like, why do I do this to myself? I don't know. But I do. And I need to figure it out. Because I will not be successful at this until I do. Anybody else get frustrated with themselves like I am right now? Anybody? Not that you could answer me and me see it. I couldn't. But here we are. I don't know, guys. I don't know why I do this. Why do any of us do this? Because I know I'm not alone. I mean, I don't feel alone in this. I feel like this is something that all of us do, that we go in cycles. And I tend to be an all or nothing person. So, you know, I messed it up tonight. And when I messed it up, my mind's like, well, that didn't work. But did it? Did it not work? Or is it just a bump in the road? Like, where should my mind be on this? I don't know. I don't know. I know that I was doing so well for so long, and a cheat meal messed that up. Or more than one. I'll have this, I'll be fine, I'll go right back on tomorrow. And when I first started, that was fine. I was able to do that. But the longer I went, the more I did that, the worse it got. And so now I'm just struggling to get back on anything, really. I did the portion controlling for 2 weeks. The first week was a success, and the second week was not. So At this point, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss because I need to make progress. And this is not progress to me. This is failing to me. Not really failing because I'm not giving up. I'm just trying to figure out how to continue on in this journey. I know a lot of people who watch me are carnivore or keto or low carb. And I'd like to be any and all of those things myself. But I just keep not doing so great at it. But I'm not doing great at meal prepping either. The one thing I am excellent at is eating a standard American diet. And that is the worst thing in the world for me. All those carbs, not so good for me. So here I am rambling on at 12:45 a.m. in the morning, my time, and trying to figure out how I can make progress with any way of eating, really. I know that carbs, I say it all the time, but carbs, they are the devil for me. And my best friend, we were talking about this, and she said it's like the forbidden fruit. And y'all, it is. For me, carbs is like the forbidden fruit. It's like that one thing I should not have that I just keep reaching for. But why? Why am I reaching for the thing that makes me not breathe well, not move well, not be mobile hardly at all, not be able to stand very long, not be able to walk and breathe for the most part, like without huffing and puffing, makes me not feel good, swells my body up visibly, not just on the scale, but visibly after meals. Like, I have to ask myself, what's it going to take? Like, what is it going to take to shake me up and get my attention? Because I don't want anything bad to happen to me. I mean, who does? But I feel like, how else would this go if I don't start adjusting and making progress? So again, I feel like we all go through these cycles where, full steam ahead and we're doing great. And then we hit a bump in the road and maybe we go off for a while and then we're back at it full steam ahead. The problem is my back at it's are getting shorter and shorter, and my bump in the roads are getting longer and longer. This does not equal success for me at all. So while I'm trying, I feel like I'm not trying. And I am trying. I am meal prepping. I am eating the meals that I have prepped. But then it's like there's that late night thing, and it's like, why? I never used to be like that. I never used to do the late night things. So this is kind of foreign for me. Should I be eating more protein or something? Or more protein and fat at dinner? Like, would that help? I don't know. And y'all, maybe it's as simple as that. Thinking out loud here, but maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe I need to adjust the last meal. I don't know. Here comes my daughter. She doesn't know I'm live. Hello.
Hello.
I'm doing a live right now on YouTube.
You are?
I am, but I can't see any comments or anything. And it doesn't look like anybody's in the room yet. 12:45 in the morning, still going. It's like my Energizer bunny. Oh, you brought the dog.
Yeah, my phone died.
Oh, that's why she's up.
I came down to come get my cord, but I'm heading straight back up.
You're crazy. Thank the good Lord for weekends, huh?
Yes, I love weekend. I'm not gonna get next spring break that much off.
She has spring break starting on the 22nd.
So
But-
I have next week. I have Friday off, and then I have that whole next week off.
But for her, it's going to actually start on the 21st because she is getting her tonsils out on the 21st. So she's going to be healing on the first part of her spring break. She is super excited about this.
No, I hate it.
Listen, she has been so sick for the last couple of years and
I
missed
have like
a ton of school for
here's
being
like
sick.
the beginning. My first quarter, I was there 6 weeks out of the 9 weeks. I was absent for 3 weeks.
Almost straight
Yeah,
because she just kept getting sick and sick and
it
sick.
would be like a week. I would be there for a week
So-
or two.
That being said, the doctors decided that because she's missing so much school from being so sick, and because her tonsils have been so swollen, I saw that. Because her tonsils are so swollen, that it is in her best interest to go ahead and get them removed. And I agree because she gets sore throats really bad. She gets sick a lot. Let him out, please. And all that good stuff.
They can see his little nose in the right here.
All right, but you gotta let him out. He wants out.
I didn't wait for him to get off of me.
Y'all, when she joins me, it is what it is. So again, I cannot see comments because I'm doing this on YouTube Live. Oh, he's telling on her. This is what he does, you guys.
I can't get up.
He's telling me that she won't let him out
I
and he
can't
wants
get
out.
up over here.
This is Samson, by the
His
way.
back legs are on my leg.
Okay, let Sam out.
I can't get up.
Move Sam. Go on, Sam. Go to the door. He's laying back down on her. It is what it is. But anyway, I wanted to chit chat with you guys and talk about all this stuff. But I seem to have a kid and a dog kind of,
Oh, someone was on and then they left.
well, I wonder why. All this chaos, maybe this dog is like really pushing me.
God.
You guys, this is going to be a fun video for you to watch. But I don't think we're going to get much chit-chatting done this way. At all.
I'm going back up.
You're going to let him out first. So
I have a
listen,
group chat call.
guys, kids.
And see why they're screaming about rubber ducks.
All right. I'm going to turn this and see if that adjusts what I can see. What does it say? Orientation is locked. Rotate the device back. Yeah, it's not going to let me do that. I thought maybe I might be able to see comments. There has to be a way. I just don't know it. This is new, so.
We usually do it on the computer.
Yeah, I do. And I usually use a different app. Wait, what's this? Wait. I don't know what that was, but that's okay. We'll just keep going.
At least 1 minute video needs to be over 1 minute to do highlights.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, this is definitely over 1 minute. And
Eating
it's
button.
Hyper here right now. And I don't like Hyper very much at all. At all. So I have a feeling someone is about to get some amazing grace.
Goodbye.
Meet some Jesus.
Goodbye. Goodbye, bye.
She gets
I'm going
hyper
outside.
sometimes and it's just too much. She needs to calm herself. I'm telling you.
In the car.
Is he stuck?
No. It's just a car randomly went by.
And so you got scared and came in?
I don't know. Me don't like headlights. Me will hide underneath dark blankie.
Okay, guys.
Blankie.
Gabby, enough. So, anyway, guys, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. and someone wants to be the center of it. I tried to do this without anyone knowing.
That kind of fails.
Yeah, it failed. I need to do these when she's at school. It's the only way. Get him.
No more fights.
He does not need to be barking out.
Yeah.
Almost 1 a.m. I'm so sorry, guys. She gets hyper like this when I'm live. So anyway, he's a happy puppy again. Sort of.
Where is my phone?
And she is going to bed very soon. Not kidding. So it's crazy. But it's my life. It's my crazy life. So typically on the weekends we are up later. Lately though, I've been having a pretty normal sleep schedule, except for last night and now tonight. So I feel like I've kind of messed that up a little bit. We shall see. But I wanted to come on here, like I said, and talk about like what is going on in my brain that makes me do these things. And again, maybe it is just something as simple as altering my last evening meal. That I never thought of that until I came live. And maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe I just need to increase the protein and or the fat, and that may satiate me longer. Kind of wish I would have thought about that before. And I'm going to go back and watch this live because I don't know if it's my eyes, and it could be, but I keep seeing something out of the corner of this eye, like floating across, which is abnormal. So I'm going to double check that because that's odd. But again, it could be just my vision at the moment. Could just be the way I turned. But anyway, guys, I do appreciate you watching. I'm sorry it's so chaotic. But if you have any suggestions on what, I don't know, maybe can help me get back on track and actually stay the course, that'd be great. I can't make any promises because I don't like lying, and I don't like people who lie. And I don't want to be one of those people. So I can't tell you, oh, yes, I'm going to do this and I'm going to go full force. Because clearly I'm messing up. And I don't know why. I don't know why I make the choices I make, but I do. And yeah, call this a confessional. I'm just coming on here telling you my truth. And my truth is that tonight I messed up. But I don't want to make that a mess up tomorrow because I messed up tonight. But I do think I am going to play around with that last meal and see if increasing the protein and or the fat doesn't help with keeping me away from the bad for me things late in the evening. It may just be as simple as that. And that would be awesome. So if you're just hopping on here, I am live. I'm live on YouTube, and I'm using their live feature for the first time. And if there is a way to see comments, I haven't found it yet. So I can't see if you're commenting, but I will go back through and try to see, comment on the live, and I'll respond. If you guys have any suggestions on anything that could help me stay on track, stay focused, get back on track. Like I said, I was doing great, down 6.5 pounds in a couple days, breathing better, feeling better, moving better. And then tonight, chips and salsa. Like, I don't know. And I don't even know that I had the chips and salsa because I was hungry, or that it was just, let's relax. Like maybe it was just an automatic thing in my mind. I don't know. but I know it's not keto or carnivore, and I need to, wait, what is this? Wait, are you, there's, ah, so I couldn't see anybody commenting because you weren't commenting. Thank you, Carnivore Transformer, because I'm telling you, I was thinking I was crazy because I couldn't see any comments, and I'm like, I don't see a button to see comments. You know, I'm not trying to punish myself. I'm trying to figure myself out. Like, why did I do something so foolish? I was doing so well. And like I said, I'm not even sure I had them because I was hungry, or more that it was habit. And it's a habit I need to break. But I'm also wondering if adjusting the protein and fat at my last meal might make me not even want that later. Because at breakfast time, I have a lot of protein, and that seems to hold me for hours. And maybe that's just what I need to do in the evening. It may just be something so simple. But I'm trying to figure it out because I desperately need to get back to the carnivore way, even keto, like back, because the chips, the sugary stuff, things like that, they are not helping me at all. I don't mind vegetables. I don't even mind fruits, but I even want to get away from them. I mean, for the most part, especially the fruits, because like I said, I really, for me, need to get back. I felt good when I was doing carnivore, and when I was doing it for quite a while, I wasn't having these cravings that I'm dealing with now. And maybe that's part of the reason I'm falling off is because I'm having those cravings now. I don't know. Open to thoughts. Yeah. See, here's the issue, Carnivore Transformer. Many of the people that started carnivore at the same time I did are now down over 100 pounds. And I would be too had I stayed the course. So I'm a little frustrated with myself because of that. I forgive myself because what else am I going to do? You know, I just have to move on from here. But I don't want to be in the same situation in a year where I'm looking back and saying, well, you know, you could have been down 100 pounds like so and so and so and so if you'd stayed the course too. Again. That's how I feel at the moment. So I'm trying to give myself grace, but at the same time, I don't just want to give myself a way out. I mean, I have to take ownership. I'm the one who made this choice. So I know I'm the only one who can fix it. I'm just trying to figure out how do I get to the point where I'm not having the cravings anymore? Because right now I feel like the cravings are winning, or at least they won tonight. So, see, that's where I mess up, Carnivore Transformer. Because when I can't breathe and I'm struggling to walk and breathe or do things, or I can't stand very long, when I'm in that moment, I know by why. But when it starts to improve and it gets better and I can distance myself from those things a little bit, it's almost like I forget how hard it was. And I give myself a little too much slack. And this is only 6.5 pounds that I'm down, which is great because it's only a couple days. But I don't have a far enough gap to forget where I came from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure it out. Like I just came live and decided to just go live and talk it out. Even if it was to myself. Sometimes you need that. It's just, I don't know. I was doing so good. And part of it is I've noticed that I've been prepping my meals because before I was prepping to keep portion sizes, not so much carnivore or keto, but just portion sizes and trying to keep the carbs a little lower. So I'm in the prep habit, but now the meals that I've prepped are getting boring. Like, they don't even sound good. They don't taste good anymore, but I've got them prepped, so I need to use them up. Yeah. That's where I feel like I'm trying to find that mental clarity and figure out, first of all, why I did what I did and how to not do that again. I think that's important that you assess. At least for me, it's important. I lost a lot of weight a few years ago, and I wish I remembered what I did when I did it, but I don't. But there was always this one set number that if I got close to, I'd be kicking my butt and I'd head the other way. But somehow along the way, I pushed that line, and now that line is so far in the distance that I don't even know how I crossed it. It's strange. It's like I was okay as long as I didn't go past that point, but now I'm way past that point and would love to be back there. And I know I will get back there. It's just when, like how, because I second guess myself so much. So much. I try to figure out, am I doing the right plan? Is it the right plan for me? And if it isn't what is, maybe I should try this. Maybe I should do that. I get in my head too much and it messes me up. It sabotages myself. I know this, I just don't know how to not do this. Like, if I could just stay out of my head and be like, I'm just going to do this, you know? If I could just super focus on it, that would be best. But I'm just not doing that for some reason. You seem to be doing really good, though. I'm sure they're in there somewhere. But even if I found the answer, I'd probably second guess it. That's the problem, is the second guessing. And now I'm even trying to tell myself, because I caught myself saying, maybe I just gave up portion controlling too soon because I only did it 2 weeks and the first week was good, second week not so good. But then I was like, you could portion control again later. But first, let's get a big chunk of this off so you can breathe and move better. But then, I don't know. Again, I'm in my head. If I could just escape that place, we'd all be golden. It's crazy. My life, my world, the world in here. I don't know what the basic rule of carnivore is. I mean, it's simple, really. It's meat, it's fat, it's simple. But I like to complicate things, I think. And I don't even worry about like the type of meat or the type of fat. If it's meat, even if it's cheap meat, it's good for me. If it's fat, even, it's fine. Meat, salt, and water, yeah. Yeah. I definitely do those things, but I'm just wondering why I feel the need. I'm not saying it's hunger because I don't know that it's hunger. To, in the evenings, like just go off the rails. Like, I have carnivore snacks I can easily grab, but I didn't choose them. And normally I wouldn't even snack on carnivore. Eventually I get to like one meal or two a day. And that's when I'm the most successful. But I'm just starting over again and it's just not working for some reason. It's like, I don't know. I just don't have the discipline I need to do what I need to do, even though I know what it is. It's almost like you see the answer, but you're hoping it's a different answer. That's how I feel. Like, I know the answer for me is carnivore, but I really wish it was carbs. I like carbs, but they are poison to me. And that is literally the only way I can look at it. They are literal poison to me. They make me very sick. They make me very swollen. They make me not be able to breathe. But why do I not remember these things when I'm reaching for the chips instead of a hard-boiled egg? Like, you know? And it's not that the chips are so great. They weren't that great. The salsa was delicious. But you know what? That would have been perfectly keto. I mean, why didn't I just have a spoon of salsa? Whoa. Knocking things over. I talk with my hands. So there's no one to blame but me, obviously. Definitely got to figure it out because if I don't, I won't be successful. There's obviously a reason I'm doing this. I just don't know what it is yet. But I need to figure it out. Because I certainly don't want to. I don't want to keep going up and down on the scale, first of all, even if it's just a few pounds. And I want to make progress in the right direction. I don't want to be in the same place next year that I am now. And I'd like to be much further in my journey. And a lot stronger against the temptations that I seem to be caving to. Hi, Carl. Well, let me give you an example of my diet today. My diet today consisted of what people refer to as a power bowl. So it had a 1/4 pound of sausage, ground sausage cooked up. It had about 4 eggs scrambled and some cheese. That was my breakfast. My lunch was more keto, and I had 2 slices of keto Hawaiian bread with my mayonnaise and bologna. So there's carbs in that. And I had cottage cheese with it and sugar-free pickles. So they're sweet, but they're sugar-free. So there's a sweetener in that. And maybe that's part of it too. Although I didn't really crave sweet, I craved salty. And for dinner, I had the chips and salsa. That's where I went off the rails. So I don't know. Maybe a real meal would have helped. You know, carnivore transformer, I have that same mindset. Someday I'll return to eating all this stuff when I can moderate it better. You know, moderation is key. But the truth is, I really suck at moderation, obviously. Like, and it's not even that I eat a lot. I don't. It's that I make the wrong choices, and what I do eat is a lot of junk. So instead of having that beautiful, healthy meal of a chicken breast or a steak or whatever fish, and your veggie and your starch, I would go to McDonald's and I'd have the burger and fries and what is that, like 1,500 calories, give or take, and a dipping sauce, so maybe 1,600. So that's where I tend to fall. I'm definitely a creature of habit. So if it's easier to swing through a drive through, that is what we do, which is why having meals prepped for me is important because I'll grab my meals first normally, but I didn't do that tonight. And normally I wouldn't have the chips in the house, but I bought them when I was portion controlling so I could make my taco salads. So it's just one of those crazy things. I've never had lamb chops. Yes, if you're on, please comment. Also, please like. I definitely want comments. I want to know what y'all are thinking. Because I already know what I'm thinking, and it's a mess up there. It's a mess up in here. It's crazy to me to think that I was doing so well. And then, like, I mean, I got on that scale this morning. I got on that scale and I was down 6.5 pounds. I'm like, that is awesome. And I could tell it in my breathing. And I felt really good. I had lots of energy. And I was doing more. In fact, I should have gone straight back to bed, but didn't because I had so much energy. And then tonight, I don't know. The chips won tonight. It's kind of my own insanity in a sense, where I keep doing the same thing over and over and I expect something different, but it's never anything different. I'd like to get back to when I was really focused and really doing well. I need to do that because I do very well when I do that carnivore transformer. I do very well when I'm intermittent fasting. I tend to use the app Zero, and then after my last meal, I'll hit it, and then I'll try to go at least 16 hours. But I have not yet done that this round. So that may be a good place to start because I do much better with that. And I think part of the reason is because unless I'm starving when I wake up, and sometimes I am, but most times I'm not, then I'm not eating till maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And then again, maybe around 8 o'clock. And I'm not reaching for anything else because I'm not hungry at all. Maybe that's just the thing. I really feel like I need to go back and watch some of my older videos of when I was on track and doing well to see what I was doing. One of the things I annoyingly do is post what I'm eating. And that may be a good thing here because I can go back and watch and be like, okay, I was eating this, this, and this, and I wasn't having a problem. But I don't know. But I would encourage anybody who is struggling like me to hop on a live and talk it out because it does help. It's helpful. Really? I suppose I could. Like, I don't know because I'm just starting out and I have so much to lose that I've kind of got that grace period going on for me where I get away with things I probably shouldn't get away with, like the dairy and things like that. That'll probably have to go later. But I do feel like I do better when I intermittent fast. Much better, actually. And I feel better too. I agree. I like it when I'm OMAD. I don't do it on purpose though. I tend when I was doing that, it was never on purpose. It was always because I just wasn't hungry. And I was only eating when I was hungry. But again, like I said I think the chips and salsa tonight, I don't think I was hungry. And that's a big problem. Like that's a big red flag for me. Like why am I eating if I'm not hungry? And why did I choose something that wasn't good? You know, when I was doing so well. I mean, could it be that the sweetener in the pickles set me off? Maybe. But again, I went for salty and not sweet, so I don't know. Carnivore Transformer, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to go to 2MAD because I do feel much better when I'm intermittent fasting. I mean, if I'm starving hungry when I wake up, I'll eat, but it's rare that I am. I think you might be right. I think it could be an old habit missing some attention. And I just sadly gave it attention. Got to figure it out. I'm definitely going to read the book that I talked about at the beginning. I don't know if anybody was on for that, but I watch a channel called Fearfully Created, and she's been reading this book. And it's called The 40-Day Sugar Fast. And it kind of connects God to it. And for me, that would be helpful if I could somehow connect him to this. Because I feel like I would do better if I knew it was what he wanted me to do, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense to anybody. So hopefully I can get tips and tricks from the book too. Or at least something that makes me wake up and say, whoa, you know? I agree. I agree. And I was doing that for quite a while when I was doing really well, is when I would fast. I would take that portion of that fast and dedicate it to the Lord. Very true. And for me, it would carry very far. I'm a very faith-based person. And if I could somehow incorporate God into this for me, I would be very successful. I just need to figure that out. And I didn't come to carnivore blindly. There was a lot of prayer behind this when I first started over a year ago. A lot of prayer. And I did this because I felt he wanted me to. So, I don't know. I just need to get back to the basics for sure. And keep my electrolytes up because that would also help. I'm glad someone understands me because sometimes I'm not sure I understand myself. Sometimes it feels like it's all a bunch of excuses. Like I ask myself, if I were hearing someone else say this, would I say, oh, they're struggling? Or would I say, they're just making excuses to excuse themselves and their behavior? And sometimes the answer is not so good for me. Like sometimes I know, okay, I would say, if I watched my video, I'm struggling. And then sometimes I would say, Well, you made that choice. Why did you do that when you knew? You know what I mean? So I guess I try to look at myself through other people's eyes at the same time. But also, I know what's going on. So it's like, why did I do that? That was foolish. It is one of those crazy things that I tend to do, and I tend to sabotage myself. I tend to get in my own way, and I wish I didn't. Right? But I'm also supposed to be an overcomer and more than a conqueror. And I will overcome and conquer this. I just need to do it now. Like, I want to do it in my time, my way. And it just doesn't work that way for me. Or at least it isn't. Which is extremely annoying to me. I like to be in control. Like, I like to be in control of things, in control of how things go, in control when I like to be the one driving. And I feel like I'm not driving this vessel sometimes. And that's frustrating to me. This is true. This is true. You know, I did it my way many times and it hasn't worked. But I keep thinking in my head, but maybe it will someday. Like I said, the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different outcomes. I don't know, but I got a lot of good advice tonight, which I appreciate very much. I'm definitely going to go to a 2MAD. I think that will help me tremendously. And I think it's still very important for me anyway to still have prepped meals in there because, like I said, we are all about convenience here. And if it's easier to go through a drive through, we will. But if it's already made in there, we'll pull that first. And for me, I need to be able to just pull that. And maybe I need to have like a snack plate prepped or something with like some meat and some hard boiled eggs or something so that that is where I go instead. I appreciate that carnivore transformer. That's what I need. I need to transform. I need to get there. Eventually, I will. I appreciate you guys hopping on. And I thank you for the advice. And also, if you're watching the replay, please comment. I appreciate that. I'm going to hop off here because it is almost 1:30 in the morning now. And I know my daughter is still upstairs on her phone. I know she's talking to her friends. All right, guys, you have a great night. Be blessed. And thanks again. I appreciate it. I agree. Thank you, Carnivore Transformer. Bye, everyone. Now, the problem is, I don't know how to end this. This could be fun.